I don't know how, I have no idea, but for sure technology will play a significant role in it.
Create a space for people to do something more adding value, yeah?
I think what is important is that curiosity and willingness to develop, to adapt to different situations.
Welcome to our corporate podcast, where we explore passion, work, and what drives us. Meet our team, their success stories, and what sets us apart. Get ready for inspiring stories and valuable insights. Let's dive in. Meet Gosia and Łukasz, today's episode guests.
Hi Gosia, hi Łukasz.
Hey Adrian.
Finance
Hi, Adrian.
people at the bar. How often do you come to the bar?
Gosia, how often?
I would like to be coming more often, but we come with each and every visit of our local market. In Heineken, in HEINEKEN Kraków, our local markets are visiting us quite frequently. So this is a very good occasion to come to the bar together with the whole team and have fun with our visitors.
Celebrate and try local beer, because what is very special for me is that very often they bring together, as they come to us, to Kraków, they come with their own local beer. I must say that personally for me that was an opportunity many times to try some beer which I never heard of or which is not available on the Polish market, but nevertheless I had a chance to try it here in Kraków, so that was great. But how do you see the role of finance in Heineken?
The role of finance has been changing through years. I remember I joined Heineken in 2015, so at that time that was different than it is now. We started with very transactional processes, with very simple transformation or standardization of our processes. This is over by now. What counts now, what is important now, this is not only the transactional process, because that one usually goes automated and there is proper technology applied, but all the expertise that people can bring, or the curiosity that they can bring in order to improve the processes, in order to digitalize the processes, to make them standard. And instead of doing these simple transactional processes, invest or involve themselves in value-adding processes, activities. That's why in Heineken we have not only transactional processes, but also centers of expertise where people indeed bring value as the shared service center employees.
Do you think that all of the processes has changed so much during these years? I mean, we have here the purchase to pay, we have the order to cash, record to report, we have the business performance management. Do you think that all of those has transformed during those long years you were in Heineken, or you think that one of the processes or streams transformed more than the others?
I think that all of them transformed, and we applied to our process a lot of technology. Either these are specific applications that are used in the processes, or this is also automation, or simply CPI was applied. So I wouldn't say that some of them transformed more than the others, but also maybe you can share how we do that, because this is not only about, trying harder and implementing tools, but this is everyday work that we do in operational excellence. And in fact, on top of finance operations, we have in Heineken, in HGSS, operational excellence. So if you could, Łukasz, share a bit, what is meant by that and why we need them.
Absolutely, and it's very relevant because in the operational excellence we do not only support the finance and how we do the finance, but we also try to be part of the journey of transforming the finance operations. As part of the operational excellence, we have there the process improvements, we have there the continuous process improvements and automations and things related to making the processes more efficient. But we have also elements of reporting, of the relationship with the OpCos, of the performance management. So all of this is relevant. And now when I think about that, I'm not as long as you are in Heineken, so I am there for 4 years. But even myself, I can remember many of the reports being done initially in the Excel and trying to find the right Excel and trying to get the right data, pivot tables, etc. Nowadays, all of that we have available in the Power BI, in the nice reporting, in a very robust solution, which provides right data and which enables the other processes to be more efficient. So I think it has been a big change, and it also saves a lot of time for you, for me, but also for people dealing with the data.
Agree. So we have a lot of capabilities in operational excellence that allows us to innovate, to make the processes better. And in fact, now when I think about it, and coming back to your first question about, how the finance function is changing, in the past you had business as usual, and you had that business as usual throughout years, and later, from time to time, there was a project implementation of new instance of ERP or something like that. And currently, if you think about that, then you constantly run business as usual parallel to transformation. So we have kind of continuous transformation, and part of the transformation is coming from operational excellence, which is either technology or process or whatever you can think of. And part of that is coming indeed from all the never-ending programs that run in the organization and are transforming different functions. Yeah? So that's, I think, the challenge that we face and our people face, because there is always the duality. You do your job, but that's not enough, because you always have to be one step ahead, and you have to transform to be able to work better tomorrow.
And why do you think we have to be doing that? Because, as you said, it is challenging for our people. It is challenging for you. It is challenging for me. It's one constant transformation. Why we do it? Why we don't stop, and why we don't say, okay, now this is good enough. We have everything. Let's stay with that.
Nowadays, I don't think that something like good enough exists for longer. Yeah, if you stop now, that means that tomorrow you are behind all the others. So to keep up with the market trends, you have to do that. Yeah, you have to do that as the organization, and you don't do that only for you as the finance function, but you do that for the entire organization, because whatever we do here, that matters for the business. Yeah? And in fact, if you think about all the different things that we do in the organization, that has direct impact on our vendors, on our customers, on how the beer is being produced in that company. So
yeah, but another factor which I don't think you mentioned is that we don't do it only to make the processes more standardized or more unified or more central or however you call it, but also through that constant transformation, we try all the time to create a space for people to do something more adding value. Yeah. So instead of spending time on checking things in 3 different systems, if it is in one system, they can have time to do something more adding value, like working with the customer, focusing on a specific vendor, providing the right data to the managers. I don't know, sitting in one of our countries. So it is another big advantage of doing the transformation.
And this is true, because ideally each and every development in the organization brings benefits to the organization, but also brings benefits to the individuals and people who are curious, want to develop, want to test new things and embrace the transformation journey. They have really great career prospects in our company, because they can do basically a lot of other things that only processes in finance or even only operational excellence.
That's true. And talent is very important for us. So imagine that I'm coming to you for a job. What would you ask me to have, or what would you expect from me? Or what would you look at in my resume?
If you're coming for job in finance, then obviously I think that the reasonable expectation is to expect some basic finance knowledge. But on top of that, there are a lot of
I
other...
don't have any finance knowledge. So
come on, throughout all these years, I'm pretty sure you have enough of it. But I think what is important is that curiosity and willingness to develop, to adapt to different situations, to learn quickly, to apply the knowledge that you learn into our transformation journey, or how the finance is changing over the years. To have to be open-minded and have continuous process improvement mindset, to bring ideas to the organization. All these things matters, and at the end of the day also to have the curiosity to understand the business and always think, okay, whatever I do here, how this is impacting the business and what is happening in our local markets.
And I think what you said is very nice, because yes, we always need and we always look at some hard skills and hard knowledge which people bring. But how many times you had to learn something new during your career in Heineken? How many times I had to learn something new in Heineken? I mean, even today we had a session about the artificial intelligence, and this is a new topic. This is a new topic for everyone. This is a new topic for me, for you. We are all learning that, and situations like that we have every day. That there is some new topic or new area of expertise which we need to learn about. So I think what is really crucial is that this element of the hard knowledge, this financial knowledge or some other processes, because we also support other functions from here in HEINEKEN Kraków, that this comes with that curiosity which you mentioned and with this willingness to learn. Because if you don't learn, if you don't transform yourself together with the transformation of the organization, you are lagging behind, and this is really a critical skill.
Person will be needed. Capabilities, the skills,
person,
not necessarily,
the
talent of the person, exactly, because what you do now, what are your skills today, that will be changed. I don't know how, I have no idea, but for sure technology will play a significant role in it. And usually the technology takes certain space and covers certain roles, but the other need or areas open for people, and if people, as I said, are curious, want to develop, then they learn these different skills and apply that for the other activities. Yeah? So that's hard to predict. 5 years time, that's a very long time horizon. But if you think about that even now,
already? No,
not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet, even not close to that. But if you think about that, 5-10 years back, were environmental things and aspects that much important as today? No. And currently you hear a lot about environmental audits, and probably in the future that will go into the same direction as financial audits, meaning will be at least as big as financial audits. So, maybe that will be the area where people will be able to realize themselves more, and maybe a bit less in finance, because there will be more automated things. But these are all speculations.
And at the same time, as you said, we are not just finance center. Yeah, we have the logistic hub, we have the supporting supply chain, we have people working in the D&T, we have people supporting global audit or doing controls or doing some kind of management reporting. So there is a whole bunch of possible career paths, and I think that we have seen, both you and me, we have seen a number of people who have been doing amazing career paths and doing amazing career twists, changing from one role to another role. So yeah, even if OpenAI would or any other generative AI would come after our work, we'll find something else for ourselves.
So guys, if let's say I have the main qualities to join the finance hub, finance team, then I come along, I need to learn new things, adapt, but where's the time to find for myself? How do you, make a good balance between your work, because you talk a lot about it, and your free time, your personal life? How do you wind down?
Your free what? Sorry? Free time. Okay, Gosia, how do you find time for free time?
What do you do in your free time?
What do I do in my free time? That's been evolving also throughout my life.
Are you still painting?
Yeah. First I had kids, so there was no time for free time, basically, meaning they were all my free time. Now they are almost adults, so different possibilities appear. Yes, I did some painting, and that was and still is my passion. Now I do more things in the area of trekking, Nordic walking, and outdoor activities. You have to be disciplined and find time also for that, because otherwise you would burn out and you would not have that energy to develop further at work and do all these interesting things that you can do here. Yeah? So that's a lot about the discipline, because work
Time
never
management.
ends. Work never ends. So at some point you have to say yes, and this is now my time for my either development or how I enjoy the free time. And Łukasz, you have a lot of hobbies. So
I am
so
with you
how
when
it
you
was for you?
mention outdoor. I do a lot of cycling, so this is where I spend a lot of my time. And it is a way of winding down, as you said, of detaching myself from the work. And no matter, I think, what position you have or what you do in the company or in your life, I think it's very important to have some kind of hobby or some kind of activity where you can simply, your brain stop thinking about what is at work, and it starts being free again and start thinking about some other things, because that also allows us to get a bit of creativity. And again, I mean, as we said, I mean, our jobs, the roles, the things which we are doing, I think more and more are becoming about being creative. Yeah, it's less about repeating repetitive tasks. We have more and more expert roles. We have more and more tools and system to use. But sometimes it's not just having a system. You need to know how to use the system, how to use the data which are available there. So the creativity, this is very important in our life, and for that you need work-life balance, because otherwise you simply have no energy.
Okay, if it wasn't for the fact that I used to be in finance as well,
Yeah.
I'd probably reconsider joining after listening to your talk.
You're welcome to join us. We have
Yeah.
some open positions, so feel free
Okay.
if you want.
So how do you make this reach ourselves as customers and consumers? What's the role in finance for getting beer flow in the taps? How do you do that?
Maybe it's not that obvious, but when you think about this, as a finance, we play really a crucial role in having that bottle here and many other bottles in the shops around the Poland and around the European countries and around the countries across the globe, because Heineken is a company which is present across the globe. The simplest way of showing that is you need to realize that however we make this, however we make the glass of which the bottle is done, and however whatever ingredients we are using to produce the beer, there are we need to supply the ingredients, we need to supply the materials, and someone need to pay for it. Yeah, Gosia, and actually we are the ones who are paying the invoices and who are making sure that the materials which we are using to produce the beer are delivered on time because they are paid.
There's one side of the coin. Indeed, someone has to post the invoice and pay the invoice on time to be able to produce that beer. On the other hand, someone has to sell it later. Yeah?
True.
Sell it to our customers and prepare the billing and later collect the money. So we have the money to go through the cycle once again. But that's not only about that. This is also about, business continuity in terms of record to report and how we comply with external reporting requirements, but also our internal reporting and based on the managerial reporting, how the decisions are being taken. For example, which brands we should develop, which brands will be more profitable for us, for which markets. So all these things also matters in taking the decisions.
True. Not to mention that now we have our colleagues with us in HEINEKEN Kraków who are working and supporting supply chain. They are making sure actually that the transport is going in the right way, that the bottles are delivered or picked up from the right factories and delivered to the right places. So this is another big impact of HEINEKEN Kraków into the overall Heineken business and production.
Kudos for that, because we never run out of this here at the bar. Thanks so much for joining our finance people at the bar for Unfiltered Talks. You've been very inspiring, and well, I've been to finance before. I could reconsider joining again, although I'm enjoying my role so much. So I'm looking forward to seeing you again and more often for more stories and updates from Heineken Kraków Finance.
Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Łukasz.
Thank you, Adrian. Thank you,
Thank you.
Gosia. Thanks so much.